Fair question is how things going for you guys.
Great.
And Miami, when you see them on film, what do you see?
I think they're hungry. They're tough. Guys from Ohio, and they're gonna play that way. I mean, we get everybody's best shot, so it doesn't change.
I know you will be warming up for that game, and Miami's as good as you say and all that, but there is a big game going on at noon between Michigan and Wisconsin. Will you keep tabs on it at all? Either have an assistant whisper in your ear every once in a while, check your phone right before the game, or will you wait till after?
Nah, film will always be there the week that we play. So.
Well, you're interested in the score as a fan, right?
Yeah, but I mean, 3:30 game after the game, I'm sure I'll find out what's going on. But yeah.
You're not as impatient as I am, in other words.
No.
How's your room playing?
Great. I mean, me and Shad, the grade out champions, but I mean, all of us are, rolling through. It's great having that rotation with us four.
What was the confidence level of the tight end group coming into this season?
I think pretty high. It's higher than we have in the past. Getting the love from Coach Wilson early in the season, coming out of camp, and it just picks us up.
How do you feel about the role that the tight ends are playing in the offense right now?
I'm happy. I mean, we're Ohio State tight ends. We're expected to do it all, and opportunities come our way, we'll take advantage of them.
Is it frustrating that you don't have a catch yet this year?
No, I mean, we got a big win Saturday. I played well, grade out champion, so I'm happy.
You guys have 4 guys playing regularly right now. What is that like, kind of, not just you, not just Rashad, but Jake and Jeremy all being out there regularly too?
It's great. The guys you work with, throughout camp, you're in the meeting room every day to see, us as a group, lift each other up and everything. It's been nice, and getting that rotation, it's you're able to put a fresh guy out there every few plays. It's nice. What
do you think it's brought to this offense, the amount of multi-tight end looks that you guys have used this year?
Yeah, it's just a lot of versatility. You got 11, one tight end out there. All of a sudden, there's 3 of us and 2, and it just throws another thing at the defense.
What does it do to the defense specifically? Because you guys you've had some success there. I know you're under center sometimes with the 12 personnel. What's hard about it for you?
I think with us especially, you do have to respect us in the pass game and the run game, and protection. There's so many things we can do off of that. I don't think we're limited by any means.
So you guys against FAU had the route where you and Jeremy were out, and you kind of took some of the defenders, and he was open for the touchdown, right? Mm-hmm. Is there a play design where you get the touchdown and Rucker takes the defenders?
Hey man, I don't know how much I can say, but it just depends on the look you get. It depends who they play, depends if they're coming down hard on the run or not. And like I said, when the opportunity's there, I'll do my best to make a play.
How well do you think you are playing individually?
I have a lot I can still improve on, but it's promising coming off of a Big Ten win. We're graded out champion. There's definitely things from watching the film, from the game on Sunday and then throughout the week, things I can definitely clean up and get fixed.
Do you think that's an easier sell at this point in the season when you still only played a handful of games versus maybe towards the end of the season when you've got a routine and maybe you all feel good about yourselves?
I mean, you're kind of building throughout the season. That's kind of how it goes along. You want to be playing your best football by the end of the season. So there's not a week where I should be complacent with.
But you are not at the point of going in Ryan Day's office and demanding that you get the ball.
I mean, I wouldn't do that either way. I'm not that kind of guy, I mean, if we do well as a team, I'm happy.
Do the coaches talk to you guys about there's going to be opportunities that your catches are going to come?
I mean, there are opportunities. Obviously, we're still in the pass game pretty consistently. It's just what kind of look we get, I definitely need, that's something I can clean up, is how I run routes and everything. It's one of the things.
Yeah, what are the things you can do better so that more opportunities do come your way?
I think just consistency, being able to build that trust with, Justin and the quarterbacks and yeah.
Luke, is it my imagination or is it, go ahead.
We were told yesterday that Justin is building street cred and therefore increasing his presence as a leader for the team. How do you see that from your perspective?
Yeah, I think he's been doing that since he got here in the winter and spring. Coming off of a good spring ball and then a solid camp, getting to really gel with the offense. I think just our confidence in each other as an offense has just continued to grow.
So what's an example of something he might be doing different now than he was at the beginning?
Not necessarily different, just a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
just being comfortable within the offense and what he can do.
Now's your chance to ask him about hitting the ball.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I did want to ask you, could you take us through, this is a lot to ask, but we know the four of you in the room have been playing really well. Could you give us like a little synopsis of how the strength of each of the four of you guys, or maybe how you complement each other, or what you individually do best?
You know, that's okay.
Because I get, so like you all have to be good at everything, right?
Yeah.
But it feels like you guys are kind of different, sort of in your skill
Oh,
set.
definitely. I mean, you know, tight end is that kind of position where you get all types of guys. But I mean, if you're just looking at individual to individual, like obviously Rashad, super powerful, athletic, and one of the most explosive guys on the team. So he can help when he gets hands on guys in the run game, and then when he eventually gets separation on his routes. And obviously Rock coming in as a speed guy, but he's also gained momentum in the blocking, run game as well, like since camp. And then Jake, obviously, I think it's been said by Coach James, one of the best blocking tight ends, and it's shown that. But he can also, I mean, just like everybody.
And how about you?
That's good. I mean, I try to be versatile. Obviously, like you said, I haven't got a completion yet this season, but you know, I just keep trying to work every day at the.
What do you think you guys have done well in the blocking game to help this rushing offense have the success it has?
I think we've been, moving the line of scrimmage more than we have in the past. Out of all of us, really, O-line and everybody, you know, when you can move that line of scrimmage, it opens up a lot.
Is that an area where you feel like you've individually gotten better as a blocker?
Yeah, I'd say so over the off season. Power and working hands and technique and really fine-tuning those things.
Luke, yeah, is it my imagination, or are there more branches on y'all's route tree now than there were a couple of years ago? I mean, and how proficient do you have to be? How often do you get to run routes during practice, et cetera, to stay proficient?
Obviously, as a tight end, we're kind of, limited time-wise with everything since we have to do it across the board. So, we find our time wherever we can pre-practice, whether we got to come in post practice to get some jugs work or whatever we need. But we just adapt to every week, whatever they got for us, we're willing to do it.
You know, and Master Teague's long touchdown run the other day, 40 yards, Jeremy came through the hole, it was like an ISO block on the linebacker. Do y'all watch that and just cheer as much as you do a catch? I mean, just
oh yeah.
What was that like, I guess?
Yeah. No, I mean, when you see a guy in your unit execute that play and create a touchdown like that, or be a key block in a touchdown, it's huge.
Yeah.
And we're obviously, that's what we're watching from the sideline, so we get jacked up about it.
Did you know Rashad at all before you got here?
Rashad?
Yeah.
No, especially since he was on the D-line when I first got here, so it wasn't really until he transitioned back my second year where I really got to know him.
And you talked about how explosive he is, but just that skill set, we know he's a great basketball player and that kind of thing. I don't know. How rare is that maybe in a guy to see that kind of skill?
I really haven't seen it. I mean, how big he is, with how high he can jump, fast he is. It's really impressive.
You're a pretty good basketball player too, right?
I was decent. Defense, rebounding.
There you go.